It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the NFC West. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks on Thursday night.
From the home of the 12s, they raised the banner just a moment ago. We are set for football at Lumen Field here a mile south of downtown Seattle. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. It always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
This is 2nd and 8. To throw is Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Stafford to his number 1 guy, Cup, for a Los Angeles first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. First down, Rams. Again, it's Stafford. A quick throw there is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air and made everybody a little bit anxious before falling to the ground, you just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play, nerves come into play, and despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
He's got Allen. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, Williams. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd down and 6. The gun, Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Williams will try again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory, or might he go for it?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
The kick by Moore is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And the Rams are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. After the interception, here's Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Williams. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing is Stafford. This is caught by Williams. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, I'd say a couple people didn't get the read correct, Tom. Zone coverage. Linebacker dropped right into the proper spot. Lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He was looking directly in his eyes as he threw the football, and you're right, it was telegraphed. Probably should have been picked. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Williams will score. Touchdown, L.A. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by the Kyron Williams touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Taking it about the 16. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. L.A. set to take over again on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down LA. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Stafford on first down. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Stafford looks to throw again. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. 22 yards there, a first down. From the red zone now, Stafford. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Marr able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment. But welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports halftime report. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Throw out wide to Walker. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. 3rd and 7 now.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Gino. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
They're just going to run a drive route here with their tight end. Let him get upfield about 10 yards and then move toward the middle of the field. This ball's right on target and it results in a 1st down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Back at the 35-yard line.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now Smith. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10.
From the 50, it's Smith. He completes this to Walker. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Tackle made back at his own 49.
Again, Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Smith. This is the tight end fan. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. the touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this.
There he goes, right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
17 yards. First down, Rams.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. Again, it's Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So a big one coming down for Brett Maher. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Maher is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And now they're in the hurry-up. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Geno now to throw. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Geno. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
It's one play at a time. Let's go now. Let's go.
Hey, we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Smith now to throw. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's fourth down.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Desperation time for Smith on fourth down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. To the air again, Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 18. Time becoming a factor. Down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 6 coming up. Play action. It's Smith. And he's got it. And he's brought down. Here we go. 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth. With his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So down only 2 now. Still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football.
Illegal touching. Offense.
A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get the ball. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is going to have the Rams first down, and that should be the one that finishes this game off.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. So the LA Rams with a victory here. And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed a stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.